Hi everybody, I wanted to make a video because I did want to share what it was like for me the past session for a few reasons. What's hard about sharing what I'm about to say is because this is a quality I don't really like about myself, like being late for my assignments. That's what was the issue. I went out of town to visit my sister and nieces, and I spent every waking moment with them, when they woke up to when they went to bed, and then I would do homework because this is the first week that my class online, 2 classes started. So I was still doing assignments, but it got me a little behind, and then so I'm doing the next assignments, and then when I'm finishing these up, more assignments are coming. Every Friday and every Wednesday there's assignments due. So and that's their due date. So I'm doing these assignments, and I ended up in the end being a week and a half behind. And I know that sounds terrible. It sounds so bad, and it felt bad. I didn't like that at all. It was I pretty much just going to work and then going straight home to do homework. And there was maybe 2 days that I rested instead, and I felt like I should do that for myself, and I regret that. I was regretting that after I'd done that and realized I should have spent all that time doing homework and stuff. But man, I was struggling so much, and inside it's killing me because I'm so hard on myself, and this is not okay that I'm late. And I am researching, I have to research for every paper, so much stuff, and I have to read them and then write, and I write really well, and that is what has helped me, is writing those assignments. And she sees it, and goes, wow, and because I put in the work, and it's late, so I have to wait until they're done and submit them. And I was emailing her, communicating that I'm doing this. I'm keeping her updated because it's online. She doesn't have any idea. Otherwise she might just think I'm sitting there not caring, but I am. I'm absolutely trying my hardest to get these assignments in, but it was tough too. It was just really tough for me. I had 2 classes, so I would submit one and then have to do another, and I was thinking in my head I shouldn't be taking this long, but I also, my perception of time is off, because it takes me a lot longer than I think to research and then read them and write about it. It took me a long time, a lot longer than maybe other people, and I'm also working, so it was so hard on me emotionally. And I have to say that on Wednesday I thought it was over. So I thought at 9:59, because everything's due midnight Central Time, so 9:59 is when I have to submit since I'm Pacific Time. And I thought that was it for me, and I was praying and asking. I actually sat there, I've cried a few times, had these deep cries of why do I do this to myself? It's my fault, and I take that responsibility. I know that it is, but so I'm really, there's nothing I could do but just hope that the teacher will still accept these assignments. And she did. She has been still grading them based on what I wrote, more so than the late, and I appreciate that so much. And Wednesday I was off, and it's not days prior I wasn't going to work and spending my time doing homework, because I was, but when it's coming up to the final time to do these assignments, I still couldn't complete it that day, these assignments I had to do. So I asked if I could still submit yesterday, and I kept working, of course. And she ended up saying, yeah, submit them. You have until tonight at 9:59. This is now Thursday, okay? And I knew I had to go to work. Like, I pretty much stayed up all night to go to work, so no sleep. And I was actually, I have to say what I prayed for, because I sat there and said, God, like, I feel bad even asking you to help me with this, because it's my fault, right? Like, I messed this up. Like if this is it for me, like, meaning because I have an F, I will be kicked out of the program I'm in, like free education. Like, it's not okay. Like, a F or a C, like, is actually will still put me on a suspension for this education. So, like, I'm sitting here with this in my mind, with these assignments that I'm still working on, wrapping up, right? So I submit them at like 4 a.m. and I still have more to do. Like, this is not over. Like, I still had more to do, and I kept going. And she said, yes, you have until this. So I asked my work if I could be off a little early, and I still, they said yes. So I appreciate that, because like that was necessary. Like, although I maybe took a nap, like, that's time that, like, I needed to take a nap because I didn't sleep the night before. And then I was able to do my assignments more fresh than if I was to work and come home, and I'm not sure if I would have made it, the 2 extra assignments that I had to submit. So I know that there's procrastination, right? It's like, when I had all this time, this one day, Saturday, I felt like I wanted to just relax. I want to watch TV. I wanted to run errands and clean. And I mean, I just feel like that was necessary for me, because it's been work and school. And even though I'm behind, I needed to do this for me, I felt like. And then after, when I see that, like, it's coming to a close, and I'm like, I wish I didn't do that, and it's like, I still have another week. And I know this doesn't make sense now because the timeline's so off, but I'm just trying to explain that this was like me busting my butt from the entire time, and people, like, who live with me have seen me. I have to say no to things, and that's really hard, because, like, I want to see people, like, and go to my Bible studies or serve and stuff like that, but I had to say no. And so I'm making this because that night, Wednesday, I sat there and I prayed again, just repeating a little bit more of what I said, because I actually sat there and said, God, if I mess this up for myself, it's my fault. I was saying that if it's suspended, then maybe this is what I needed to change. Maybe it's you'll provide a way back into this. I was in the mindset that this is over, like, because I was also praying for the teacher to have, like, grace, and I was praying for her to not be overwhelmed with all the papers she has to grade from me and other students, because she's my teacher for both classes. So I was also praying that she isn't upset, because I haven't seen any emails from her. I've been submitting assignments, and so I was just praying also for myself, just to, like, I don't know how to explain the peace that he's giving me. Although it's not okay, it's overwhelming, it was stressful and all this, but I still had peace in my heart. Like, there was something there, just, and it's not that I thought it was gonna be okay, because I wasn't sure if it was over or not. And I was like, really, it was so much. And I don't know why I'm making this video, but I just wanted to try to share, like, how important it was that God was there. Like, I asked for energy, like for me going into work that day, and I feel like I wasn't as tired as I should have been. You know, my coworkers were okay with me going early, so that's why they understand. Like, and then I have the support of like people like my mom and Min, and you know, John has been around, my brother, like just talking to people. I just wanted to share their names because like they've been really, I don't know, they've helped me a lot. Like just process, like, you know, this difficult time like I had with internally, right? Like, because I'm hard on myself, upset with myself, like I messed this up, it was me. And I think a little bit like accepting whatever consequence was going to happen because I did something wrong, you know, but it ended up being fine. Like, look at my grades right there. It was like a completely 180 the next day, and I finished the assignments I wanted to. I got my grades up to an A and a B, so that's why it means so much to me. Like, that could have been it for me, and I don't think anybody really understands like how important this education is for me. Like, this, to get like these good grades, to get like, you know, my bachelor's, to like think of my future as possibly being a doctor, a psychologist, or whatever is in my mind. And it's like that this is a free education opportunity that I feel blessed God, like, you know, provided for me. And of course my work, it's been great to have like the support and like this being treated well, like taking care of my education. Like, what a blessing. This is unbelievable. And I almost messed it up because of my flaws, because of my procrastination, like putting things off, not doing it all right then and there. And I was trying, but I still look ahead and see I have more time. And there's a little bit of laziness in me, and some people were telling me it's hard to do online. You have to have really strong discipline to be going to work, coming home, doing homework, saying no to things. Like, people couldn't do themselves. They were saying that, like, I am responsible, but I felt like irresponsible to be behind, right? But I am like not giving up. I'm still submitting these assignments, still working my butt off, like to do good work. Like, although it's so behind, it was so hard emotionally up until that Thursday when 9:59 I submitted my assignments, and I was seriously just breathing, like just like relieved for like 30 minutes. Just sat there in the computer desk, like not doing a thing, just thanking God, just being so happy that it's over, like I did it. And I need this rest. I need to, because the past few sessions have been hard, and I think I need to focus on some other things that I've been wanting to do but couldn't, like, and I will be able to go back October 1st, so it's a good break, and then I'll be fresh to go another year until I graduate. And I'm ready. I will be ready. I will be on top of it. I will remember what I went through. And I remember the first time, I mean, somebody said something to me that, like, you know, other sessions, the first time, like, I was late for an assignment, I actually got an F. And I almost cried. I actually did cry. I was on my hands and knees crying because I have an F. I just messed it up. That was like a while ago. And when I still worked, still did the assignment, submitted it, even though it was late, they changed the grade. So from that moment on, I realized that it's okay. And it isn't like I was doing this on purpose, like testing them. Like, I think subconsciously I knew that, like, if I was late, I'll take that back, because I knew every teacher was different and that they didn't have to. So it wasn't like 100% like, oh, they're going to accept this. I was hoping that they would. And it was always late like, it wasn't like it was this session, like tons of papers that were behind and like over a week and a half late. Like, that was, I can't explain it. It's like 5 weeks. It's progressed, and I had papers like crazy, like big assignments and a lot of research, and it was hard. It was hard and time consuming, and I was working, and people do this with kids, so I really don't want to complain or say anything. Like, it just makes me feel like I wanted to share how much, like, the support of my family and like God being with me, giving me peace through like all of these hard times of me being hard on myself and it being overwhelming and stressful. I still had that peace in my heart. Like, I didn't understand it even, because like, it, why am I not like, I still had that hope, you know, and also knew and was aware of what is going to happen if I continue to be late. Like, so I always wanted to change, but this was it for me. This was so tough on me emotionally, and it's like, it's done. Like, I finished the class, I have good grades, I didn't mess up my education. I feel like God had a big part in that, like his favor for me. He loves me, and the beauty of this is like, we all, like, we mess up. We are sinners, you know, like, and when we're so, like, I did ask him to forgive me, of course, but, and he knew my heart. He knew what I went through, how hard I was working. So it wasn't like, he knows my heart more than anybody, and how much I wanted this or felt, you know, and like, it was just nice to be like, I do give him so much glory in this, like, and he actually, his example of dying on the cross, Jesus dying on the cross for us, was the biggest, like, gift, you know what I mean? I really know that, like, he loves us and wants a relationship with us, and he wants me to pray to him. Like, he wants me to talk to him, but he already knows my heart, and like, to be like that and pray and just everything go your way, like the next day, like a complete 180, you know, that's what it's like to have a relationship with God. And like, things that could be like bad are actually, like, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. Like, if I ended up, it would have been very disappointing if I lost the education, but it wouldn't have been the end of the world. I wouldn't have, like, you know, I would have, I don't even want to go there, but I was willing to accept whatever consequence. And that's like a good quality too. It's like owning up to what, you know, the mistakes you made, and just learning from this experience and growing. And I am continuing to grow, and this education is not over, and it just I learned so much in the research I found and finding research, and I did well. Like, she gave me A's that said wow in my papers. Like, it just, there's a lot of good stuff that I wanted to share. And I know that I felt like I needed to explain how hard it was and how much he has helped me in this, and family, the support, and even from work, you know. It's just, I'm so happy, and it's the day after, and I'm still thinking about it and grateful. And now I have a month off. I'm just like, what do I do? Like, you guys want to get together now? I'm free, right, after work. So, all right, thank you for watching. Love you guys. I'm gonna go get my lunch now. Okay, bye.